Something's happening with Donald Trump, and it's not looking good. Over the past 48 hours, we've seen his health decline on live TV, his cognitive glitches, his physical deterioration, all unfolding right before our eyes. But here's the twist. Media outlets are doing their best to downplay it. Fox News, for instance, is pushing the narrative that he's stronger than ever. They say he's got so much testosterone that he's a real powerhouse. But if you watch closely, something doesn't add up. So what's really going on here? Stick with me, because this is the story no one is telling, and it's about to get a lot stranger. So what exactly are we seeing? Donald Trump's recent public appearances have been a disaster. His cognitive slips, his rambling, and his physical decline are undeniable. But here's the thing. This isn't just a one-off incident. This is part of a larger, unsettling pattern. Just over the last 2 days, we've watched him in multiple live moments that should have made anyone watching question his fitness. But the media, they're spinning it. We saw him talking about milk in a press conference. Yes, milk. And then, of course, the bizarre mix-up about the Southern Boulevard. What's going on here? Is this just old age catching up to him, or is there something deeper happening? The real question is, why are people still pretending everything's fine? Here's the thing that really raises red flags. Trump's own words. You'd think someone running for president would be sharp, coherent, especially in public appearances, but listen to what he said during that milk-themed press conference. I've aced every one of my cognitive tests because I drink milk. Just let that sink in. It's not just a slip, it's bizarre. He's boasting about passing cognitive tests in the strangest way possible. Now notice what's missing here. Not once does he directly address his actual cognitive health. Instead, he focuses on milk, of all things. Does this seem like a normal response to serious questions about his health? No, something's off. And the media? They're brushing it under the rug. But it gets worse. This isn't just a couple of weird moments. It's escalating fast. We've seen these kinds of signs before, but it's different now. The cognitive lapses, the rambling, the bizarre claims, it's all starting to feel normal. And that's where the real danger lies. This kind of behavior used to raise alarms, but now it's almost expected. Remember when his confusion about the Southern Boulevard came up? This isn't the first time he slipped up, but now it's happening so often people don't even bat an eye. This normalization of his decline is dangerous. What happens when we just let this slide? Now let's talk about the moment that really changes everything. After his bizarre slip-up about the Southern Boulevard, Trump went on to claim he secured a $2 trillion deal in Qatar. But here's the problem. He didn't. He's spinning stories, but the truth doesn't add up. In the same press conference, he casually dismissed serious questions and introduced Laura Loomer, an extremist with a reputation for saying vile things. The whole thing was a circus. Trump even joked about her being a little nasty but nice to me. This is the moment you can't ignore. His words and actions are starting to paint a picture of someone who isn't living in the same reality. This isn't just political talk. This is an alarming breakdown. And the hits keep coming. In just the past few days, we've seen a rapid-fire series of troubling developments. First, Trump takes someone else's Nobel Peace Prize like it's his to claim. Then he keeps making bizarre, unchecked claims like the $2 trillion deal and the Southern Boulevard. But that's not all. At the same press conference, Trump rambled on about tariffs in Greenland, threatening to slap tariffs on countries that don't support his ideas. All of this is happening in real time, and it's spiraling. The man is on a stage out of control, and nobody seems to be stepping in to stop it. What happens if this continues? How long before the cracks turn into a full-blown collapse? Now let's bring this back to you, the viewer. It's easy to talk about cognitive tests and public gaffes, but let's look at the real consequences. How does this impact everyday people? When the leader of the free world is constantly slipping up, when his cognitive state is in question, it doesn't just hurt him, it hurts all of us. The instability we're seeing isn't a political game, it's about leadership. The question is, how much longer can this country function with a leader who can't even string together a coherent thought? If this feels familiar, say so in the comments. How are you feeling about the direction things are headed? Here's where it gets truly unsettling. This isn't just about Donald Trump, it's about a system that lets this happen. How do we get to a point where the health of a world leader, someone holding the highest office in the land, becomes a political game? The answer is simple: power, fear, and spectacle. In a world where the show must go on, we're stuck with a leader whose condition is being ignored because it serves the narrative. The media, political allies, even his own advisors are playing along, pushing the idea that he's fine, despite the clear signs to the contrary. It's about leverage, not truth. And if this system keeps spinning, where do we go when the cracks are too wide to cover up? So, what comes next? There are two paths ahead. The first, this story continues to unravel. More gaffes, more slips, and eventually the pressure becomes too much. The people around Trump could either step in and address the reality, or they could keep propping up the illusion that everything is fine. But there's another darker path, the normalization of this behavior. If the media and his supporters continue to downplay the risks, we could be stuck in this cycle of instability for years to come. The scariest part? We don't know which direction this is heading, but momentum is building fast. One wrong move, and everything could change. In the end, it all comes down to this. We're witnessing a slow unraveling of leadership. And it's not just Trump. It's the system that allows this to happen. But what happens when the show ends, when the facade crumbles? That's the question we need to ask ourselves. This isn't just about one man. It's about the future of the country. And here's the real kicker. While we're all watching this play out, there's already a new move being made in the background. The question is, will we be ready for it? Stay tuned, because the next phase is already in motion. If you want to keep up with the unfolding story, hit that subscribe button for more analysis.